Hello. This is a very quick PSA. This is a very serious video, so I guess trigger warning. It's a very serious video, but you will unfortunately hear some very unserious beeping from my smoke detector. And normally I don't care. Like I always say, tough it out, fuck it out. I don't give a fuck. But it does clash with the video. It does clash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to fix it. They're all over. Like some of them are in places that I just can't reach, and I could have fixed it by closing the door, but I forgot to close the door. You guys don't care. Okay. As I understand it, I have a habit of bringing up Eminem more than what one would consider normal. In 2020, Eminem released Darkness on his often forgotten about record, Music to be Murdered By. I generally consider it to be Eminem's last tour de force in the tradition of Stan and Guilty Conscience and Cleaning Out My Closet. Darkness starts out as the account of an anxious artist, perhaps an Eminem, moments before a big concert. He's in a hotel room, anxiously walking back and forth. He can hear and see the crowd. He's worried about something. Is he ready? Is he ready for how the press will respond? They haven't treated him the same since Revival. How will the crowd feel? Are they ready for what he has to offer? It doesn't matter who's ready. The show, as they say, must begin. He leans out the window and starts spitting, not words, bullets. This isn't a rapper you're listening to. It's an active shooter. On the song, we hear bullets ring off like fireworks in the distance, people's feet scuffling, screaming, "Oh my God," and other helpless cries splatter across the track like paint on a Jackson Pollock or blood. The song concludes with a rushing cavalcade of newscasters talking about the shooting, or maybe another shooting, or another. It's hard to tell. It's so much, so useless. People are gone, people have failed to reappear, and the newscasters keep talking, and none of it matters. It is digital hell, an overabundance of sensationalized information, and they keep talking, and we are powerless to stop the guns from firing, and you think it'll never end, but it does. This is how the song ends.
How old are you, young man? You. 24, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. And she said, class, the space shuttle is taking off, and we're all gonna watch it take off. Man, that shit was going great for like 3 to 5 minutes. You remember, it fucking exploded. Everybody on board, dead, immediately presumed dead. The guy your age wouldn't even know the pain. Your generation, it's like the space shuttle blows up every fucking day. How can you care about anything when you know every goddamn thing? I'm getting over one cop shooting, and then another one happens, and then another one happens, crying about Paris, and then Brussels happens, so you just give the fuck up. The age where nobody knows what the fuck they're even looking at.
I hear blue lights. Mo screams, panics, runs. Walt follows, too late. Mo, ghost, stop now, cop yells. Hands up. Walt freezes. I stare at Walt. Then cop looks scared. Don't move, they say. Rain fast, hits ground. 6 cops, white noise. Point guns at Walt. On ground, right now. He drops, bat first. 1 shoots, 2 shoot, 3 shots. Slice through. Rain drops. Walt drops. Blood drops. I run to Walt. That's from Kwame Alexander's 2018 poetry novel, Swing. The chapter is simply titled Boom, with an exclamation mark. The book took me a while to get accustomed to. It's fiction told completely in verse, but once you get accustomed to its form, it becomes almost effortless to get through. It's why that chapter hits like a brick. It's so sudden, it comes out of nowhere. Its form is terse and staccato. It's a single moment stretched out into a whole poem, yet it still passes in a flash. Guns scare me, man. Privileged as I am, I used to live in Port Harcourt, which for a while there was basically the Nigerian equivalent of Gotham City. Fireworks outside my window still make me tense sometimes. And in Swing, as scary as a policeman is with a gun, you can still make the argument that they're supposed to have them so they can do their policeman things. The scarier thought is how many regular Joes like you and me have access to them. I spilled my goddamn punch juice. I'm gonna kill myself. They are life-ending machines. Literally. Machines where you flip a switch and a person has disappeared. A boom with an exclamation point. And then nothing. I lost my mind when Charlie Kirk died. My dumbass watched the video twice. I saw his personhood leave him. His body gave up his red ghost, and just as you realize you've seen a man vanish, the video ends. In Regarding the Pain of Others, Susan Sontag talked about how narratives make us understand, but photographs haunt us. In this case, videos. My brain is uninterested in if I'm a willing participant or not. It keeps playing the video over and over. I have friends who were happy about it and made jokes, and a lot of them were really funny, but I don't know. I'm probably just not radical enough. I keep seeing it. Tom Stoppard said death is a man failing to reappear. In one frame, Charlie Kirk is. In another, he isn't. Rest assured, I'm embarrassed that I even have to say this, but the internet has primed us to turn everything into a debate, and Charlie Kirk is nuclear right now. This isn't a Charlie Kirk video. I'm not interested in whether or not you think he deserved it. Argue with your mother. I'm not haunted by the fact of his death. I didn't spare this man a thought when he was alive. Instead, it's the how of it all that haunts me. That's what this video is about, I think. It's about us. It just so happens that Kirk is a potent catalyst for an essay like this. His last words were internet debate bro bullshit, man. It's like I'm living in a Twilight Zone. None of it feels real. It's been pointed out many times, the irony of this being the same man who said some gun deaths in exchange for being able to protect our God-given rights was a prudent deal. I saw a comment that said, I don't agree with what happened to Charlie, but Charlie agrees with what happened to him. My friend Tyler read this essay and wanted me to point out that if Kirk saw me get shot, there's a not insignificant chance he'd use me as a statistic in one of his debates. It's almost funny, man. Everything's been diluted. Everything feels like a fever dream that will ripple away if I get too close. I'm scared of us. I'm scared of what we are capable of. I'm scared that the bridge leading back to any kind of normalcy has been burned, if it ever existed in the first place. Billy Woods said killing is one thing. What sticks is how casually. I'm scared of how casually. McKinley Dixon has a 2-part song series called Run, Run, Run. Dixon is one of the great poets of our time. Some lines that really stick with me: running from the guns breaks my heart if you decide to fly away now, and why wasn't my love enough to keep his ass saved, and point my finger, make you disappear, I'd still call that shit magic. And he's right, isn't he? There's something about guns that's almost magical, surreal. A pistol looks so unassuming for how devastating it is. A black rectangle attached to a smaller, perpendicular black rectangle. It's like a toy. I remember being in kindergarten. In Nigeria, the custom during school birthday parties is to bring party packs with snacks and toys. A popular goodie for boys' party packs were these little water squirters shaped almost like old-fashioned laser guns. My mother would always throw those away when I came home with them. I used to get so angry at her. The other boys' moms let them play with toy guns. Why didn't my mom let me do anything? I didn't know then what she'd seen and what she'd heard. I didn't know what the guns could mean to a child of Biafra. I didn't know anything. McKinley Dixon's Run, Run, Run songs aren't really just about guns. They're about running from them. They're about fear. Gunshots are to youth what full stops are to sentences. The hook from the second song is just him repeating, keep it to running, keep it to running, keep it to running. A boy visits his old man. He's watching The Amazing World of Gumball on the downstairs TV when he hears something pop outside. He paused the show, scared. Most times, when he heard pops and went to go tell his parents, they'd often console him, or maybe sometimes lie to him, by telling him it was banga, the little firework poppers Nigerian kids play with. So this time, he convinces himself that that was all it was and resumes watching his show. A few minutes later, his dad comes downstairs. The Gumball theme song is still playing. More pops ring out. In America, that could be the police or someone hunting. In Nigeria, it felt like it was almost always armed robbers. And if it wasn't, it was the police shooting at, or more accurately, probably getting shot at by armed robbers. No one else had access to guns. The boy's dad turns off the TV mid-song. Didn't you hear those gunshots? He asks, bewildered. He leads the boy upstairs. The boy and his dad go around the house, turning off the lights. That's what you're supposed to do, so the armed robbers don't think anyone is home. It's a feckless gesture, but what else could the boy's dad do? He, like a McKinley Dixon, just wanted his love to keep his son safe. Maybe they'd have been safer if he had a gun of his own. Or maybe 2 stones thrust at each other don't stop the glass houses from breaking. maybe they just start a fire. We done? Yeah. As I said, I'm scared of us. I'm scared of what we're capable of. I think about that mass shooter in the Eminem song, about the bullets Dixon was running from, about the cop in Swing, about my mother, about how our world has had to remodel itself around the bullets, and nothing makes any kind of objective sense anymore. Fear is an exceptional remedy for the truth. Just ask Fox News. All I know is this: I'm trapped in a room with a madman who's brandishing a butcher's knife. I have no interest in getting a knife of my own. I just want the madman to not have his. If he complains, fine, we'll give him a bread knife. But it certainly feels like time is running out. Running out to where or to what, I don't know. But the madman steps ever closer. A conscious life is to me a song. It has patterns and rhymes and tempo shifts and harmonies and samples and beat switches and I don't know, fucking producer tags. I cannot tell you why it is sacred for the same reason I cannot tell you why a song is sacred. I just feel somewhere near what I can only hope is the core of me that ending it is a damn shame. Mr. Kirk, best wishes and all condolences to his family of course, was wrong. Absurdly so. Deaths in exchange for the right to hold that wretched black rectangle is not, and I don't think will ever be, a prudent deal. Jesus Christ.